back, guys, to another episode. Yes, that's right. You heard it. Another episode. You just heard us yesterday talking about day one of Knockout Champions League soccer. Liverpool, Leipzig, Barca, PSG. We are recording this before the games happened, so we actually don't know what happened. But if we were right, we will totally talk crap on the next week's episode. I can guarantee you that, especially if one of us got it right.
What
But
do you mean? You
today,
did not see what had happened yesterday?
I know, right? I can't help it. But obviously today we are talking about Porto versus Juventus, if you don't know who Juve is, and Sevilla versus Borussia Dortmund, BVB for short. Just because I hate saying Borussia Dortmund, and it's just I always get them wrong. And between them and Borussia Mönchengladbach, I'm
See,
gonna.
I'm not the only
You
one.
d-
I'm
at
not the
least he
only one.
at least he
I'm
tries
not
that word. At least
I'm
he
not the
tries.
only.
It's
I'm
it's
not
so
the
bad.
It's better than
only
you.
one.
Spelling
I'm
it
not
out
the
too.
only one.
Better
I'm
than
not
you.
the-
When
I'm
when
not
I
the
have
only
to
one.
write these ones
I'm not
out,
the only.
it's awful.
I had to like phonetically pronounce it for him so you can actually say Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Yeah, see
See?
that one. That's the word that I'm trying to
That
say.
one. That one. There you go.
The
that
place
one.
where not the good beer comes from. The good
There
beer all
you go.
comes from Bayern, not Borussia. I know that much. That's what my German heritage told me. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. She's just very angry German person. So I don't know. But anyway, so guys, obviously yesterday were the peak games, if you will, for a kickoff in back into Champions League. Today, well, Porto versus Juve it might be the worst matchup to look at on paper. I mean, it definitely had the worst odds. Juventus is a 500 point favorite, so that means if you bet $1, you lose 5 cents. That's basically what happens here.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
Yeah, so it's that type of odds for Porto Juve. To be honest, Porto lost their center back to a horrible spinal cord injury a week ago, so that doesn't help.
Yeah.
Plus, they have an aging Pepe, who, I mean, let's be honest, Pepe was never the most perfect center back. He was just really angry all the time. Hector, you're as a Real Madrid guy, you know all about Pepe.
What? He's actually a lot cleaner than Sergio Ramos. So in his defense, there's that.
I don't know if he's clean. He
Mm,
he
He
had more
wasn't.
red
He
cards than
wasn't. He
Sergio.
wasn't as penalized as
Let me-
Sergio.
He wasn't as penalized, but let me tell you something. When it came to Messi or anybody who could pass by him, he would try to just stop him and then stomp on their hands or
Yeah.
foot or anything he could literally see of their body.
Oh, so you're just using the Sergio Busquets tactics.
Ha 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 ha.
I mean, yeah, I can say it. I'm not a
Yeah.
fan of either team. I'm going to say it. Yeah, 100% the Spanish tactic. That's the
There
100%
you
the way.
go.
I mean, Sergio Ramos did just tear Mo Salah's arm apart. I'm just,
Oh, dude.
never going to live that down.
He was asking for it when he
Dude.
put his hand out there.
Oh my
He was
god.
giving him a high five to the face.
He was
That's
he was
all.
trying to give him a high five.
That's like
with his
putting
elbow.
your finger in front of a snapping turtle. You're not supposed to do that.
In Mo Salah's defense, you put anything in front of Sergio Ramos and it has the ball.
At least
Sergio
it
Ramos
wasn't.
turns
At
into
least it
something
wasn't
deadly.
Luis Suarez.
I
At least it wasn't Luis
like,
Suarez. That's all I'm
I
gonna
like-
say.
I like the fact that whenever Ramos does a dirty tackle, he points at the ball. Like if the ref is gonna look at where he's pointing, he's like, "I went for the ball." And he sees the other dude just bending backwards and stuff while his both his feet go and tackle. But he's like, "I went for the ball. Yo fui al balón."
What is it?
I was like-
The trials of Sergio Ramos? I thought we were supposed to be talking about. Okay, let's face it, Porto's
No.
Juve.
Yeah. Well, look, that's the problem. The problem is it's Porto Juve, and we don't have a whole lot to talk about. One thing we do have to talk about, though, about this game, Weston McKennie. I mean,
Yeah.
we talk about an American player playing overseas and how many of them there have been. Weston McKennie with, I think, 3 goals on the season now. Absolutely fantastic showing from him. He's part of the reason why they've had some success as of late. However, they did, on Sunday, just completely get smacked around by Napoli. And I say that knowing full well they covered possession. They had all the attacking chances. But it looked like Juve of early season where they get all the chances and they don't score. And Napoli converts a PK. So the question is, what Juve are we going to see? Are we going to see a Juve that can actually attack? Will we see Cristiano? Will we see this whole team actually force an attack and get many goals? Or will we see the quintessential Cristiano performance where you get a bunch of attacks and you maybe squeak one out?
Honestly, man, it's been a question mark. I think obviously this isn't necessarily the Juve that most people are familiar with. I mean, they're not even currently, I believe, in the top three right now in the Serie
They're
A.
6 points behind as of today
So
over
I
Sunday.
mean, they're still kind of trying to find themselves. Obviously you have a new manager in Andrea Pirlo, which still sounds crazy in my head to say that Andrea Pirlo is a manager. So not that he's bad or anything. It's just kind of crazy to think that this man was literally not playing not that long ago. But yeah, no, I mean all eyes are on Weston McKennie, Le Americano, as Andrea Pirlo likes to say. Um, I mean, but also at the same time, you're talking about Juve, you're talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, and I mean, we gotta throw somebody right now who currently has 6 goals in the Champions League, and that's Alvaro Morata, who for some reason only decides to play well when he's in a Juve jersey because he doesn't want to do that in a Real Madrid jersey,
Or
but
anybody's jersey for
or
that matter.
anybody
Like,
else's.
yeah, was it Tottenham that he was with as well? That 0 goals on 20 appearances.
Chelsea,
Chelsea,
Chelsea.
zero
Yeah.
goals in 20 appearances.
So
Yeah,
yeah, unless you're unless he's in a Juve uniform, he ain't performing. So I
Yeah.
mean, so that is a name to look into. But I mean, obviously, at least if you're an American, you're gonna watch Weston McKennie. And in our podcast, Insert Name FC, and I kind of said that in our little preview of the Champions League that I feel like this could be Juve's year to win the whole thing. It's not necessarily just because of they're really that great. I mean, they are a good team. They're solid. They're a stacked team. They're stacked on every position. What it feels like. Um, but with the way that some of the other teams have been underperforming this season, I feel like might be their shot to take advantage and maybe bring the Champions League trophy back to Italy.
yeah, yeah. It's funny you mentioned Andrea Pirlo, and it was actually the game they just lost versus Napoli. It was very ironic. It was Andrea Pirlo versus Gennaro Gattuso as the two managers, two guys who both played for AC Milan, who are also
Won a Champions
former,
League.
yeah, also
Mhm.
former Juve players, both of them.
Hmm.
Ironically enough, so that
There's
was
there's no loyalty in Italy.
no, not at all. No, no. Gattuso played for AC. He played for Juve. He played for Inter, and I think he also played for Sampdoria, all in like a 4 year span. So, yeah, don't let it fool you. The Italian players, they go around to the big three, and that's their own goal. I mean, really, or big four, I should say. Roma as well. But Edward, what do you think about this game? What's your focus point on this one?
I mean, this one honestly, it's really hard to say, but I'm pretty sure. I think Cristiano Ronaldo could probably score a hat trick.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean
Dang.
I feel like that's pretty
I'm just
safe.
being blunt. I'm
It,
just being
it,
blunt.
it's
I'm
safe
just being
is
blunt.
it safe to assume?
I think this one's a pretty safe one to assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, think about it. He's playing against Pepe. He can get around Pepe.
What
He
bigger
doesn't.
person to piss off Cristiano than Pepe? Like,
Yeah.
let's be
So
honest.
I
I
mean,
mean, technically, Pepe is like full on squad with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
yeah,
true.
Pepe is Cristiano Ronaldo's ride or die.
yeah, exactly. So
Literally.
how? Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I was like, I'm very
I feel like
comfortable
we gotta say something
saying.
nice about FC Porto. I feel like
I,
we gotta.
Well, okay.
I think,
So
but I think
the
before
only
we're done with this, we gotta each one of us has to say something nice about Porto because Jesus Christ, we're bashing this team.
why do I feel like I'm in one of those school settings of like you have to say something nice about your classmate that you just had a fight about.
this is
Oh,
the filling
damn.
stick. We're gonna
Yeah,
pass it
pretty much.
along.
Oh
You
god.
must say something nice about the previous holder. In this case, FC Porto is the previous holder.
God. Um they have a very good goalkeeper in Marchesin.
Okay. Okay.
Because I actually do believe that he's actually a pretty decent goalkeeper. It's just not to standards to stand up against like Cristiano Ronaldo's knuckleball. Because that shit
That's
is.
like a backhanded compliment, right there.
Yeah, I don't know if we count that as a compliment, but we'll take it. That is as good as I could have imagined that going. So
That was like a Mel Gibson apology right there.
we'll take that one. Yeah, that was pretty rough, I gotta say. I, Hector, I'm gonna let you say your nice thing now too, while I try to find one.
See, it's hard. Why are you? It's hard.
All right. The one nice thing I'll say about FC Porto is that they do have Tecatito Corona.
Yeah, they do.
So great Mexican player. probably doesn't get as much attention from Mexico as he should, but I think
I wonder why.
probably this is what
Damn.
most of these guys they're probably some
Damn.
players are trying to get looked at by other teams. I mean, this could be Tecatito's shot at showing that, hey man, get me out of here.
That's a good way to put it. One of those guys trying to get out of there is
Pull
Marco
an Odell
Grujic.
Beckham.
Yeah, I say Marco Grujic, who by the way is owned by Liverpool still, is on loan at Porto. So that's my go-to nice guy thing right there.
And people forget Porto won a Champions League one point.
Yeah.
Much different. We got to say much different Porto team at the time because they actually kept their stars and did not send them on to feeder teams immediately.
That's true.
I feel like that's unfortunately what Porto's turned into at this point. Is
They even sent away their manager at the time, Jose Mourinho.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, you look at this team and there's a lot of young guys. One of them I did mention, Nanu, central defender, who unfortunately will miss the game due to the injury to his spinal cord. Absolutely horrific injury. Wish him well because that is not something you ever want to see happen to a player.
No.
And we mentioned Pepe at the same time. As much crap as we give Pepe, I gotta say he's still a great leader, and he's probably the best thing that Porto could have right now for their young stars. Kind of give them something to rally around. So that's my nice thing to say about Porto. I do wish, I give Pepe some respect, but that's about all the respect I can give him because this one is not gonna be pretty. I think this is gonna go. You talked about Liverpool going 3-0 against Leipzig yesterday, Hector. This to me is a very, very simple 3-0 victory for Juve, and I feel bad saying it, but yeah, this is not going to be pretty.
Nope. Like I said, I already said Cristiano Ronaldo gets a hat trick. So
you got 3-0?
Oh, me? Oh, I think it's probably gonna go to 4-0.
All right.
Okay,
Hector, can you bring some reason to this conversation?
Well,
no, because I'm not gonna make it any better because I think it's gonna be 6-0.
Ooh!
All right, guys. Unhinged FC has completely gone off the hinges at this point in time.
At bold prediction time, Weston McKennie scores 2 goals.
Oh,
okay. All right.
Okay.
He scores 2/3 of his goals. I'd be down with that. That'd be dope. As long as one's a goal.
At this point, we could just go for it. I mean, this game.
Yeah. This one we can't get wrong.
Ronaldo 3, Weston McKennie 1. So that's why I say 4-0.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I can give Ronaldo all 3, but he's definitely getting 2 of the 3. I think actually, ironically, somebody who might score that is really due for a goal, Artur Melo, former Barcelona.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I forgot about that guy.
Yeah.
No, I didn't forget about him,
so did Edwards' team.
No,
they forgot about him. He's sitting over here at Juve running the show.
You can ask
Edward every
Hector
single
how
day.
upset I was about that.
Oh, it's a fantastic. I mean,
It's
fantastic
a-
hit by Juve.
It's a running joke in our podcast.
It's almost like I listened. Yeah, it's almost like I was ready for this.
It was
Ready
it's
to
like
send shots down the line.
you know my heart.
How's Pjanic doing,
heart.
anyways?
Well, hopefully Barcelona didn't lose. Otherwise, we're just piling on at this point in time, and you guys think we're completely evil.
Imagine if Pjanic scored a goal.
Imagine if he scored the winning goal.
Oh man.
Man.
I feel bad for you, and I'm not even a Barca fan. Like I would literally cry for you a little bit.
Oh damn.
But now, again, we're gonna go to break real fast, guys. But when we get back, we will talk about the important game from today. I say important because it probably has the most influence on who ends up in the Champions League. Because no team wants to match up with either of these guys in the next round. We'll be right back, guys. What's up, everybody? It's Kelsey from the High Low Sports Podcast. If you missed the brand new news, we have partnered with Fanatics.com. So if you're in the market for a brand new t-shirt, brand new hoodie, brand new jersey, no matter the team, no matter the player, no matter the sport, Fanatics.com is your place to stop. Not only does this help support our podcast, but it helps support the entire Unhinged Sports Network. Check the link in our bio or go to unhingedsn.com. I'll be having DJ in the High Low Sports Podcast. See ya. What's up, everybody? It's Kelsey from the High Low Sports Podcast, and we recently partnered with Fubo TV. What is Fubo TV? Fubo TV is a service to broadcast live TV over the internet, no cable required. Watch your favorite teams, network shows, news, and movies on over 100 plus channels. You get channels like CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox. You can watch all the games. So go ahead, click that link in our bio, and get started on your 7-day free trial. And stay tuned to some more great programming right here on the Unhinged Sports Network. And welcome back, guys. As you just heard, Fanatics Fubo TV sponsoring Unhinged Sports Network, as well as Unhinged FC and both of our podcasts. They support the entire network. So that way, if you guys go click on those links in our bio, go shop around, go sign up for your 7-day free trial so you can watch all these Champions League games. And if you haven't already, what are you doing? Cut the cord already. It helps our network, helps our podcast. It helps make us make great collabs like this. And maybe do some more future collabs in the future. Maybe we do that 2 for Chirping one we talked about yesterday. Get those fun little hockey nicknames combined with soccer nicknames and get some slang in there from both countries.
You know, to get the Bleacher Connection, guys, we should probably do the Bayern Munich game with them since they got a hoser in there.
Oh yeah, we might have to talk about that. Bleacher Connection, if you're listening, let us know what you guys think. We can get some nice little hockey talk while we talk soccer. That'll be fun. But to the big game, guys. Today, obviously, Juve Porto, not the big game. The big game being Sevilla versus Borussia Dortmund. A Borussia Dortmund team who has 7 young superstars, I think we all can safely say, and all 7 of them could be out of the team by the end of the summer. In Claudio Reyna, Erling Haaland, you talk about Sancho, countless number of guys on this team that are young superstars, all under the age of 25, could be at a new team come the new year. As again, we seem to trash on every one of Edward's teams in the build-up to these. So, Edward, since you've got a little bit of a horse in the race as you're holding up the Dortmund jersey, what do you think, man? What do you think about this game?
Well, it's going to be a tough one, honestly. Like, I'm putting a lot of hope on Erling Haaland. Like, basically, I feel like he's the key player to everything, but I feel like Sevilla is going to have him a little bit on lockdown. Like they're gonna watch him. They're gonna be watching his every move, because maybe Jadon Sancho can do the quick run, his quick little dribbles and stuff, and pull something out, or even an assist. But shit, Sevilla's a pretty stacked team as it is as well, and they're a strong team. Like you can't just finesse them. You can't just make them chop them and then be like, oh yeah, we scored and we're gonna keep scoring. No, this team's like a nitty gritty team, that like the way I see it. So I think Dortmund's gonna have a pretty tough time trying to win. So it's hard, honestly. Like I said, Erling Haaland is basically the gold coin for Dortmund right now. So they have to use him as much as they can. Aerial, maybe do the same things that the thorough pass, and let him just sprint the crap out of it and just shoot it in.
Yeah.
Make sure he doesn't miss like he did a few times ago, where he was missing like 3 shots in the game, and then finally he scored 1.
Yeah.
He has to shoot. He has to hit accurate. He cannot miss. Not here.
Yeah, not against the Sevilla team who is just coming off. We did mention when Barcelona, they did just lose to Sevilla 2-0 in the Copa del Rey. I keep bringing it up. I feel like I'm breaking Edward's heart, and it's only week 1 to knockout stages.
I think it's also because the Copa del Rey was basically like the saving grace for Barcelona.
Yeah.
But I mean, this young Dortmund team, I mean, they've been hit or miss in the league. Good showings in all the other tournaments. However, they did need extra time to beat Paderborn 07. If anybody doesn't know what 07 is, it literally means 2007. This Paderborn team was born. That's how recently they've worked up, and that was in the Pokal Cup, which is the German equivalent to the Copa del Rey. So, yeah, they need extra time to beat them. So this Dortmund team is struggling, to say the least, but they do have a lot of young talent there. Hector, what are you seeing in this game?
I mean, Dortmund not necessarily having the season that they were hoping for. They did fire their manager. I wouldn't say halfway through the season, but at least in the earlier stages of the season, because of just the rough starts that they've been having. This is a team that everyone has had a lot of expectations, especially when you have names like Erling Haaland, Jadon Sancho, and American Giovanni Reina. And like you said, these guys could all be gone and by the end of the season. So this is, if there's a time for them to try to build something with this team, and this has kind of been Dortmund's thing. It's always been having these young players, and then unfortunately they eventually get shipped out. But I mean, it's a tall task. You're going up against the 3-time Europa League champions in Sevilla. If there's one thing I can say about Sevilla, they are an efficient team. They are solid. I think well disciplined. There's really nothing much else you can say. Rakitic coming back to Sevilla um, is looking like a smart move from them. Josef and eh, Josef just has looked solid up front as well. John Jordan looks like he's a great part of that midfield. Everything about Sevilla is just that they're well structured. They play their game, and when they do that, they get wins.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put this out there, Hector. It's like I don't know if you remember the episode of South Park with Cartman talking about, "You breaking my balls, man. You breaking my balls."
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like you just rubbing it in there a little bit with even Rakitic again. It's
Yeah.
okay. I like it. I was gonna mention even Rakitic as well because he did score the game winner. By the way,
Go ahead.
against Barcelona. So I feel like I'll just add a little bit of sugar on top.
Is that why you had to get off the camera? Is that why you did that?
But yeah, for me, I mean, you talk about this team, man. All these players. You got Marco Reus there. He'll still be around somehow. He's still around. I honestly don't even know how he's still around. Mats Hummels came back to Dortmund. Those are probably your only two that are safe to stay. And that's just because at this point in time in their careers, they're both retired from international play. Torgan Hazard likely moving on. Mohamed Dahoud, Erling Haaland, I mean, Jadon Sancho, you mentioned Gio Reyna. Emre Can might be moving on again for another new team.
Oh,
He's moved
man.
around. Lucas Piszczek might be moving on, and Axel Witsel. I mean, you just go down the list of this team, and they're all studs for Dortmund, but they all might not be a Dortmund player at the end of the year. And we kind of saw this near the end of Jurgen Klopp's reign as well. A lot of players starting to move on from Dortmund, and they were able to actually make a run at the Champions League. And to me, though, I don't see, because you mentioned their manager obviously getting fired. Was that November? I think October, November, basically.
Around there.
Yeah. So here they are. Sunday they struggle against Hoffenheim, draw 2-2. It doesn't look good. It's hard to look at this team and be like, I feel comfortable picking them against a team like Sevilla, who, like you said, 3 Europa Cups, constant fixture in the Final Four of the Europa League every year. It seems like every time I turn on the TV and it's a Europa League game, it's Sevilla in there in a quarterfinal or a semi. It's one of those teams that's always there. They have no issue winning silverware when it's the Europa League. This is their chance to win it on the big stage, and they have the team to do it with Rakitic there. And that is a terrifying thought. If they can break you down slowly but surely, they're going to be a team that sits 10 back and will try to basically make you make a mistake and then counter it real quick, and they'll be right on the front foot. And that's what's terrifying, is this young team for Dortmund has a penchant for mistakes, and that's been their Achilles heel. So it's going to be a terrifying game if you're a Dortmund fan. If you're a Sevilla fan, it's going to be a basic Sevilla game where you're going to be like, all right, can we get an attack? All right,
I feel like we're gonna have to say something nice about Borussia Dortmund now.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, don't worry, my nice thing is coming for Dortmund. Guys,
Erling Haaland's gonna look great in a Real Madrid uniform.
Oh my God.
Liverpool
really
uniform. But Gio Reyna is going to look fantastic in a U.S. uniform once we actually get into a World Cup again. Hopefully it's soon. I miss World Cup soccer.
No pressure, Greg Berhalter.
Yeah, exactly. No pressure at all. But guys, let's jump right to it. What is your predictions? Edward, we'll go with you.
I honestly feel it's going to be a close game, in my opinion. But like I say, key player, Erling Haaland. I feel he can actually pull out a 2-0 win over Sevilla.
In Sevilla.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And that. Ooh, that's a tough place to play too.
Yeah.
Granted, there aren't as many fans in the stands, so it's not as intimidating. Um, but yeah, that's okay. 2-0 away. I like it. I respect it. Sticking with the team. Hector, what about you?
You know what? I'm gonna give it to Sevilla 1-0.
1-0. All right. All right. I actually am gonna go 2-1.
What, Edward? Say something.
If you
We'll
guys are
just
watching
let the
on
game
YouTube,
speak.
if you guys watch on YouTube, you saw exactly what Edward is talking. It was
Come on
reacting
now.
to that. Hector not liking the slight by any means.
Edward over here just wanted to be in the Hello Darkness, my old friend over here.
Pretty
He's going
much.
through his emo phase in week 1 of the Champions League already, guys. He's already preparing for gloom and doom, if you will.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
But I got to give it to Dortmund. Actually, I'm going 2-1 Dortmund with my fellow "You Never Walk
Thank
Alone"
you.
fans. To give them to the yellow wall. I wish they were going to be able to make the trip, but again, as we mentioned with German teams, German restrictions are so strict right now that I don't even know how German players are going to be let back into the country after traveling away. So we'll see how that works out too. But yeah, I give it to 2-1. I think Gio Reyna plays a huge part in this one. He's that sneaky, finds gaps in the midfield, and if you're going to break down Sevilla, you need somebody to find the gaps and find the holes and play balls through. Him and Holland have had a unreal chemistry. I mean, they're both 19, so it kind of makes sense. The young kids at heart, they're probably up right now playing Fortnite somewhere. So they're getting ready for this game. I mean, that just seems to be what they do. And Jadon Sancho, he's 21, so it's not like he's much older. But I do think this team can pull off something special. Get a 2-1 victory at Sevilla. But Sevilla, not to be shortchanged, will still come away with a goal, and it'll make for a competitive leg too, for sure. But that does it for our prediction for this episode, guys. Go ahead and let us know. You guys, we obviously both of our shows air tomorrow. So what do you guys have planned coming forward? And where are they going to find you at?
You can find us on Instagram, at Twitter, at InsertNameFC. Show probably same old show as we always do. Kind of just have some headlines. Obviously, some recaps some games, previews some games. We do have an interview with Victor Ariza from the Striker, Texas. So that's going to be an interesting interview. We're gonna have for this week. It's not Heath Pierce, but still pretty cool nonetheless.
Still pretty cool. I'm still jealous you guys got to talk to Heath Pierce. That's so awesome. But yeah, if you guys haven't already followed them, be sure to follow them. Also on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. Are you guys getting that YouTube page going yet? Not yet.
Awkward.
Maybe.
Awkward.
No, all right, that's fine. You guys obviously know where to find
darkness,
this show.
my old friend. I'll start just.
I'm gonna go cry in my corner now.
All right.
They have everything else going. They have Instagram going, so I can't give them too much crap because I don't have an Instagram for our page. But obviously, you can find me at High-Low Sports at high_low_sports on Twitter, or just search High-Low Sports on YouTube to find us. If you guys are already watching this on YouTube, be sure to click the little subscribe button down there. Help us out. Give us a little love. Make sure you don't miss an episode because we're going to be pushing these out hard and heavy through the next couple months, all the way through the knockout game. And guys, our episode coming up tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Insert Name FC is at noon Eastern Time, so be sure to check that out. They lead right into our episode. It's a fantastic 1-2 partnership we have on Thursdays. I mean, we're 2 of the 3 shows that air on Thursdays, so we gotta represent the strong Thursday club. But we as always, we bring you the ranks.
We see you inside the marbles.
Yeah, we see you, Marbles. One day we'll get you on a soccer program. I know you guys probably don't enjoy soccer as much as the rest of us, but we can still get you guys on to talk some soccer. There's always something we can talk about. But guys,
they say all we do is flop. All they do is turn left. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Really, that's at the end of the day. That's what we all do. Final words, guys. Anything to look forward to? Anything you gotta say going in before we clear the air before week number 2?
I mean, I'm just excited, honestly, that, like Hector previously stated, Champions League is back and it's something to watch. Because honestly, I hardly watch TV, but this, yeah, it's worth it. Get that Fubo TV subscription.
See?
There we go. There we go.
it is.
There's the plug.
There's the plug. That's what we needed. Hector, what about you, man? Any final words? You just ready?
Oh man, I mean, like I said, man, Champions League is the best time of the year. We let the NFL have their moment, but February and from here on out, it's all Champions League. So definitely can't wait to see all the great games. I mean, yeah, we definitely dogged on FC Porto, but you know what? That's the thing that's crazy about this game is that anything can happen. And I mean, maybe not this case, but anything can happen.
Hey, I mean, the last FC Porto team to win, they did face a big three going into the finals. They faced Man U, they faced Juve, and then they faced Barcelona, if I'm not mistaken, in the finals. So it's a potential that this Porto team can just, rattle off a little bit of magic going against Juve. Maybe they face a big three going into the Champions League final. Who knows? That's the beautiful thing about soccer. It's a beautiful game. But until next time, guys, we will see you later.